What's going on, YouTube? Thanks for riding pilly with me today. Today is Sunday and it's a long weekend from work. Tomorrow marks the spring bank holiday. It's 28th of May tomorrow. As you can see, the weather's nice, so just out for a bit of a rip. Now I can. The now I can reference comes from she's been off the road now for about a week. She's getting a bit low on oil, so I decided to chuck some in. So I wanted to put some oil in it for a couple of reasons. One, the oil was getting low, and two, I'd been doing some research on oil and viscosity and makes and models and what's best for this particular bike. Obviously using the internet and forums as my tool, my go-to. You know, I read up on some of the questions that previous members had asked and settled upon a brand of oil which, to my surprise, or to my non-surprise, tell you what, start again. I wasn't surprised that we didn't stock it because it's my luck. Awesome. So I went ahead and ordered some on the internet. No big deal, I had to wait a couple of days for that to come, and yeah, the bike was off the road, so hey ho. So while I was waiting, I'd done some research on how much to put in the bike and how much Harley Quinn takes, how many litres she can take happily. That turned out to be 5 quarts, 4.5 if you go by the Harley Davidson manual. I don't know what Harley Davidson was thinking here, but basically the early model Vrods, which this engine has the early model engine. Does that make sense? This is the earlier Vrod with the earlier Revolution motor in it. The manual for this says 4.5 quarts. Again, Harley Davidson being Harley Davidson, they've done a little bit of reverse engineering, to my surprise, and it's a bit ass first, to be honest with you. What they're thinking was that they'd rather someone put too little oil in than too much oil. Don't understand that. I'd rather have a little bit more oil than a little less. So last thing you want to do is run it too, you know, run everything dry and score everything and burn it, and you know, potentially run the risk of maybe a seized engine or what have you. So anyway, that aside, they said 4.5 quarts. What people were doing was they were putting 4.5 quarts in the bike, and then because obviously all engines use a little bit of oil, because that 4.5 quarts of engine oil was like the bare minimum it could take, people were finding they were having to top the engines up more. 1 or 2 years went by and Harley Davidson obviously realised this, and they amended all the manuals and the spec sheets to 5 quarts, which in our money is about 4.7 litres. American liquid quarts 5 equals 4.7 litres or thereabouts. Yeah, that's a little bit of nonsense that I learnt on the forum prior to doing the change itself. So the big day turned up, my oil came, my filter came, woo! Like Christmas Day, you know, Santa. Ripped the bottom open, drained the oil. Jobs are good and excellent, no worries. The bung came out nice and easy. It wasn't cross-threaded or anything. It was, the oil that came out of it was a nice colour. There was no metal filings in the bottom, no shards, no nasties. Really happy with it. Now it's time for the oil filter. Different story. I don't even think Conan the Barbarian could have took it off. It was ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. It was a chrome filter without like a welded nut on the end or anything. Oh man. So I borrowed a heavy duty ratchet type filter removal tool. It was the fabric with the fabric belt with the strap round it, and the metal 1/2-inch drive that you plug a socket into and then just rip round until it tightens, and then it starts to loosen the filter. Borrowed that off my brother. My brother's a HGV mechanic, heavy goods lorry wagon mechanic for a haulage company. Didn't touch it. All I've done is crush. I managed to crush the filter. Check this photo out. Look at that. I was really lucky. I never ripped the threads out of the filter housing. So obviously my filter's left like that. I can't ride the bike with a filter like that, and I can't fill it up with any oil. So got two options. Option A, stick a screwdriver through it, run the risk of not being able to get it off, and then the bike's knackered, can't move it anywhere, it'd have to be trailered. But what that does is, if I rip the filter off with a screwdriver, it allows me to unpick the threads using a small pick. So potentially it could be an easy option. Option 2, get my brother round, but my brother is at work for a couple of days, so I went with option 2. Never mind. Waited a couple of days and he came round yesterday. It took me sitting on the bike with both brakes on, locked hard, and leaning the bike over to the right, and then him underneath swinging off it with the filter tool, and we finally got it moving. But what an absolute ball ache. And all I can put it down to is, I took the bike for a service last year, and I don't normally do that, but I was unfamiliar with the bike and I wanted it done properly, blah 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 blah. I had my reasons for it, and I've learned from them in more ways than one. But I took the bike for a bit of an oil change, and what happened was, I don't think that the mechanic there put a smidgen of oil around the filter before tightening up. Because basically you put a smidgen of oil around the filter and then just hand tighten it. I don't think he done that, and it sort of got hot with the engine and welded itself to the housing. Just being a twat. This time when I put the housing on, the filter on the housing, I made sure to rub a nice oily ring around the filter itself, put it on hand tight, and then just go from there. Since putting the engine oil on, she does feel like a different bike, and it might be just placebo, it might just be in my head, but the gear changes seem a little bit more positive, and neutral's easier to find. You know, I mean, Harleys are renowned for having a neutral issue, like people can't get it in neutral. I think it just needs a bit of hair around it. I don't know about you guys, but this seems to have fixed the problem. And it wasn't really a problem, there's just a knack to it. You build up like a bit of a knack on how to do it, and I'd done it. What I found is it's easier to go to neutral from second down rather than first up. So like now I'm coasting to the lights, I can just pop it into neutral. Well, it wouldn't do it there, would it? But yeah, just pop it into neutral. Scratch that, I'm going to do that again. So as I'm going to the lights, I'm just in second here, and I just pop it into neutral, no issues. Bitch. You get the picture. There is a knack to doing it, but with the oil that I've put in, it just makes it that little bit easier. And I don't know if it's just in my head or what, but it does feel a bit better. Cheers, pal. But anyway, I'm glad to have her back on the road. Hey, fellow biker, what up, man? We are doing our thing. Do you want to be in my gang, my gang, my gang? So yeah, happy with the filter change, happy with the oil I've been recommended. So someone said to use actually, I'll give him a shout out on he's actually on the motovlog forum, guy called Lupin, I think his channel is Lupin. I think he's from across the pond in Australia. Good day, mate. He reckons try Harley Davidson's own brand, so I'm going to give that a whirl next time. It is a bit easier to get, and I don't have to wait. Or I could just buy the oil before I know I'm going to do it. You know, I bought quite a bit of oil now, so I have got it. So, but you know what? I'm all for change, and I'm all for taking other people's opinions. He liked the bike. He blew it a kiss. Don't know if you've seen that. But yeah, I'm going to give the HD oil a go. I've got a dealership, Havana Jennings, not too far from here, maybe 35 minutes, something like that. Why not? Makes sense. While I'm on that, that's a nice segue into that. I've joined a forum called motovlog.com, www.motovlog.com. I've also got a Facebook page. If anyone's into motovlogging or they're doing it and they're not part of it, get yourself on there, get yourself registered. It's a pretty cool site, I like it. Some good banter on there. I haven't really done much over this 3 days. Done a bit of shopping and what have you. Proper boring stuff. Like I say, yesterday I was fixing the bike, so I didn't get to go out on a really yesterday, just make sure the oil levels were alright and stuff like that. But yeah, done a bit of shopping, done some housework. I'm currently in the middle of a house move, so That's exciting, having people come round your house. Like this guy come round the house and I was like, "Hiya, this is the kitchen, blah 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 blah." Give him the spec, give him the lowdown on the kitchen. Points at my washer, he points at my dryer. Says, "There's your washer and your dryer." I'd be like, "Yes, they are my washer, they are my dryer. That is where I wash my underpants. That one there is where I dry my underpants." Looks at me, elderly chap in his late 60s, I would have said. Nice guy. "You going to leave them or are you taking them with you?" Really? You're asking me if I'm leaving my washer or my dryer? Mate, I need my washer and my dryer. There ain't no way I can survive without a washer or a dryer. What you talking about, Willis? Get the hell out of my house. But it's super surreal though, you know, you sat there, like, you give them the guided tour, you know, "Hi, I'm the Scott Rod and welcome to Cribs," and I open the door and, you know, the film crew, no, there's no film crew, but there's like some guys there who potentially want to buy your house, and you show them round and they're like, "Oh yes, I really like this room, I can do all sorts with this, it's bigger than expected, I like the decking area. Yes, what do you think, John?" "Well, Martha, yes, I really like the room, and I could have a TV there and my VHS collection right there." And I'm just like, oh man. But anyway, then they go off on their own and they have a walk around, they have a poke and a prod, and I hide all the valuables, and then they come back down, they're like, "Yes, well, it's you know, you've given us something to think about, and thank you for being honest, and goodbye." And it's just a super surreal, like, experience having people. I mean, I've been in my house like 10, 11, 12 years, and you just think, like, some strangers in the house and they're walking around and they're judging you, and is this clean and is that clean, and it's just a weird sensation, man, like a weird sensation. But there's reasons to my rhyme, or there is rhyme to my reason. Basically, I want to move house, so I'm getting a huge garage and have a collection of V-rods, or just a big garage that I can work on this properly, because when I'm at home it's just a ball ache. You know, I'm gonna I'll document all that. I'll vlog it, I'll vlog the house move, I'll vlog outfitting the garage, put my tools in, bike lift, blah 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 blah. That's all going to be upcoming within the next 6 months, hopefully, depending on if this house sells a man. You know, I'm getting quite a bit of interest through the door now, so fingers crossed for me, guys, fingers crossed. And then today, oh yeah, so yeah, it was yesterday, so I had like 3 people around the house yesterday viewing it, 3 separate appointments. And then obviously on the night I done a bit of shopping, fixed Harley Quinn. I really like that house, that colour scheme. I'd have that colour scheme if and when I move. What up, player? Woo! Give me the head nod, man. And then today, I haven't really done much. I rocked up and hit the gym this morning when I got up about 8 or 9 this morning. Hit the gym hard. Got my swole on. Got back. Got Harley Quinn out. Watched a couple of videos. Shade Tree Sergeant chucked a video up. I had one from Blockhead, one from Adam Sandoval, and I think a Duke were down to catch up on, so caught up on them. And then I went to the Three Horseshoes in Billingham, up in Stockton-on-Tees in the North East, if you're in the area. I suggest going. I had my Sunday lunch there. I had the trio beef, trio meat. It came like beef, chicken, turkey, all that. Wasn't badly priced at all. The father-in-law paid for it. Thanks, Steve. Chucked some potato skins in for starters, a nice big fat Sunday dinner, and then a Bakewell tart with custard afterwards. Oh yeah, it's super nice. And now I'm just out for a nice leisurely rip, talking to you guys, and yeah, saying what's up, making myself known. Tonight I'm gonna stick out away. I'm gonna sit outside in the decking because it is a nice day. There's it's a bit windy, as you can see. I don't know if you can see there in the trees. It's a bit blustery, but it's a lovely day. It's like 17-18 degrees, so you've got to sort of grab these days with both hands. So I'm gonna go out on the decking and crack a Coors Light. Now just hang on, don't get crazy. I like Coors Light, alright? It's nice and refreshing and crisp, and Van Damme drinks it. You've seen the commercial. There's one with Van Damme where he's doing the splits on 2 lorries. I mean, who can't do that? Do something, you know, do something spectacular, Jean-Claude, JCVD. Rev bomb. Ooh. God has spoken. Yeah, so I'm just going to sit on the deck and with some Coors Light, chuck a steak on and just relax. Those boys admired the Vrod. Yeah, I'm looking forward to just chilling, but there's nothing like this. It's just awesome getting out and having a bit of a blast, just going at your own pace. I like riding on my own as well. I like riding in groups. I like riding with people. Like, don't get me wrong, but on a day like this where like I don't have nowhere to go and I'm just riding around at my own pace and just enjoying it. Like I really like that. It's just awesome. $50 and a flask of Crown. I grab my stats and then I pull it down. I wrote the devil riding in a town. $50 and a flask of Crown. Hey! Blue Edmondson, get it listened to. Oh man. Anyway guys, I'm probably going to wrap this up because I've been rambling and there's no real structure to the vlog. So, what, you're going to get hit, Muppet. Oh God, she looks right, she didn't look left. Damn. People patty. You don't want to be people patty. Not when you're off work tomorrow. Bank holiday Monday, guys. Come on, think. But yeah, I'm going to probably wrap it up now, so if you haven't, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the bell icon. Make sure you're the first to watch my videos, man. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook at the Scott Rod. As always, ride safe, and I'll catch you later.